Welcome, barbecue lovers, to Last Name Brewing, and we are here with Ray from Oak and Honey Barbecue and Coach Pit BBQ, your very own coach. And Ray is going to let us know everything that's going to be happening today. All right, what's going to be happening today, Ray?
So we're here with the Cal Poly, the Collins College Alumni Association, and we're doing a whole hog roast to help generate membership in the halls to get back to the school. So we're roasting 2 whole pigs. We're going to show these people how to roast a pig, how what they can do with it, and how good it's going to taste, and all that good stuff. So I got George here to give me a hand with that too, and we're gonna make some magic happen.
That's right. So it's going to be happening today. 2 whole hogs cooked on site, and we're taking you for a ride. All right, guys, we'll see you in a bit.
It's all going to be like something you can do at home, not intimidating, very easy. You don't have to have special tools. This looks like a very special tool only because I don't feel like having to suck up the engine and push it back in. So that's about as special as it gets. Just to kind of show you, we'll walk over here real fast and I'll show you guys right what we're doing. This is a cachina, and it's basically a large roasting box. It's very similar to digging a hole in the ground, throwing a pig in there, and then covering it up with coals. Really no difference, except it's above ground. So that's all this is. We started this at about 10 o'clock this morning, and all you see on top is just regular coals. When we're not looking for flavor, so you don't need to get top-of-line charcoals. Kingsford is perfectly fine. You get it started, get it nice ripping hot, and then just maintain the heat all day long. And I'll show you guys the final product in a second. But to give you an idea how, just in general, the coals need to get replenished. It's probably every 45 minutes you're going to replace the coals with about 8 to 10 pounds of coals. And just keep that maintaining all day long. And then when it's time to flip the pig, which I'll show you in a second, you're going to take off all the dust, have an ash can on the side. It's going to get ripping hot, and then that way you're going to put fresh coals on top so that you get direct heat without the insulated barrier of ash. So we're going to go over here. We're going to show you how to break down a pig, and then we'll come back over here. We'll take the pig out, and then we'll shred it to pieces. This is a 30-pound pig. I got it at Costco Business. Any regular Costco membership will get you in. You can find it anywhere. But it's already been gutted, and the esophagus has been removed. So all you're left with just is a small little tiny pig like that. So all right, so we're gonna get it out. Normal. Let's make sure you're doing it. All right. Ready? Yep. Okay, right on the table. Okay. So I want to get you guys in on this. They usually come tied like this right here, and it's best to just take it off. If you like, you can actually redo it again before you put it in the roaster, or just leave it on there. It's perfectly fine. I just like to remove it. Have a very sharp knife with you. The worst thing you can have is a dull knife.
What kind of knife is
this is my machete.
Yes, that's what we call it.
Now this is a chef's knife can work. This I just find is very useful because I'm able to push with it as opposed to just slice. I've had Oak and Honey business since 2016. Small family business, as you can see. There's my boss. That's Cameron. So usually they come frozen. This has been thawing for about 3 days. When they're frozen, they're packed just like this. So let it thaw out. You might find that it might be a little stiff too. So that's perfectly fine. What we're going to do is we're going to make a first cut right here, right along across the chest. Again, sharp knife right across the breastbone. Sharp knife should do it really easy. Yep. And another one right here, right where the groin would be. And what that does is it's just going to relax the pig so that you can lay more flat and make more of an even cook. Okay, now we're going to pull this apart, and that should separate the ribs. All right. Okay, we're gonna pick up some of this blood. Anybody want to get dirty?
Step on it.
Want to get dirty? Wait. Yeah, I have some gloves over there. You want to put some gloves on? So what we want to do is we want to get some of these glands out. You're gonna see throughout the whole pig these little fatty looking things. These are glands. You don't want to cook those. They just make the thing taste more earthy, and it's just not very pleasant. So yeah, you can sometimes you can just pull them right off. It's best to use a knife so you can just slice it right off. They're actually all over the place, to be honest. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna jam our hand right into the rib cage of the zinger. That's where the dirty part goes. Now if you feel this part here, you'll see it's very tender. You see how it's tender right there? That means there's nothing in the way. So we're gonna make a small incision right there like that. Just poke, and then just jam your hand in as far as you can go. Yeah, you can separate the ribs from the meat.
As far as you can go.
Why do you do this?
What this does is creates a cavity for so when you cook it, the juices have some place to go and collect. You'll get to a point where it should get down up to your wrist. Probably for you, your elbow. No.
Put your hand out as
Yeah, it should go down to your wrist. Don't lose your watch. Once you get it up to your wrist, you should be good. You should be pretty good.
Put your hand down when you said to separate the ribs. This is what you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep. On the thing, it shows the little red lines, whatever. That's basically what we're doing right here. Once you get your wrist as far as it goes, that's all we need to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah, exactly. Jam it in there. All right.
I think I need beefier hands.
Yeah, so we're just gonna there you go, like zombies. Just ramp right in there. Okay. So you're just gonna grab the knife, and you're actually gonna run your knife right here, right on either side of the spine. Exactly right, and that's gonna help to.
We're starting all the way down here.
Yeah, sure, why not? We're not gonna take it out. We can, but we're not going to. We don't have to.
Go all the way through. We're just trying to separate the bones.
Exactly right. Yeah. You'll see it start to give in. It shouldn't require too much force. If you slide it, it should separate. There you go. There you are. There you go. Perfect. You could do your side, yeah, absolutely. We don't want to cut all the way through the pig. There you are. There you go. Perfect. Yep. That's it. Now, if you wanted to, we can actually take the spine out. You'll see some guys they'll have this thing splayed out, and they'll put a rod that goes all the way through the mouth here and out, and they take the spine out so that the thing doesn't flop around. So the rod will actually replace the spine. Now, as you can see, this pig is splayed out. You can see all the different parts of the pig. So just so you guys get familiar with the internal parts of a pig, this is the ham that everybody's used to eating. The hocks is right here on the bottom of the leg. You got your ribs. Your baby back ribs are gonna come right here from the very top, and the spare ribs are from the bottom, and the pork belly is right here on the side. And you should see the other day it was all covered in flies. So yeah, and then of course you can remove the head if you like. Make head cheese. You're just boiling it head all the way down until it falls apart. Now what we can do is, George, you want to give me a hand with this, removing the membrane? There's really nothing to do with it. I mean, you could eat it. It's not like bad. I always liken it to, like, you get a sausage and you get the snap of a hot dog. You would get the same thing with a rib if you do this. A lot of times you'll find that males too, just because females are more valuable, they can reproduce more pigs. So a lot of times males you can't. I mean, it's good to have one. Should be the same. I've never actually compared the difference between a male and a female pig. Yeah. So when you're gonna cook a pig, it's in general it's 1 hour for every 10 pounds a pig weighs raw. This is a 30-pound pig, 3 hours long. At about the 2 hour mark, you want to flip it. That way you can get the backside of the pig cooking. Because prior to doing that, you're gonna look at it and it looks all sweaty and.
Yeah, then you'll trim that. Yeah, then we're gonna inject that.
So the baby back is going to be the part that's closest to the spine. You see where it's more curved right here? That's the baby back. It's going to come right around here. And the spare rib is going to be everything else here.
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be, but for a past purpose.
The rib tips that you'll find on a pig, barbecue guys, it's all basically this part here, all the way, all this
For the most part, you'll let it sit for about
is the rib tips.
So they normally sell it like cut the rib in half, like the spare rib.
Yeah, when they separate the baby back from the spare, that's all they're doing. They're just making a cut that goes right across here. And then when you order St. Louis versus a spare rib, the difference between St. Louis and a spare rib, when you buy it, is all they're doing is just cutting this off. That's all they're doing. Yeah, yeah. I just went to Costco the other day, and the price of a spare of St. Louis versus spare rib was $1.50 more because somebody actually cut that off. That's it. So.
Dump that brine, get fresh brine.
Do we have any questions about anything at all?
He was talking about the brine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the brine, I'm going to just kind of make a quick incision here too to help with the cooking. So the brine, what you want to do is you want to create a brine. It's about 12% solution. And now all that is just figuring out how much, by weight, your salt is to your water ratio. But this one here is, and I'd be more than happy to share this recipe. I think I did in the thing. This one is everything you saw on that. I concentrated it so I can make it more portable, and I just added water to it to thin it out. But it's going to be the same exact recipe I shared with you guys. And all we're going to do with that now is we're going to inject this pig in all of its thick places. If you would like to do this, or anybody else wants to get their hands dirty. So this you can find on Amazon. I think it was like 30, 40 bucks. It's a lifesaver. It's very fragile, so you got to be careful with it. Only because it's all plastic. What's that?
What injection?
Just a brine injector. Yeah, yeah. It comes with a bunch of different tips too. This one specifically is for has all these holes on the side so you can get all the way around it. It all comes in pieces. This and you can break it apart. But all you can do with this is you're gonna suck up. You can see it coming up here. See what I mean? Every time you squeeze it, it's going to fill this up and come right out. So you can take this and inject in all the different, wherever you feel like you want to inject it, go for it.
There you go.
Anywhere you want to do it.
I don't want to be greedy.
What's going to happen is that brine's going to get in there, it's going to swell up, and through osmosis, it's going to replace the water that's in the pig with salt, which will help it stay juicy and help it stay, keep it from burning easily. There you go. Oh, you don't have to do that. Just keep pumping.
It should suck it up through the bottom piece.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So you should.
That's why I got that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all used to sticking in there and pulling it out. That's the old way.
Oh, got it.
There you go. Inject as many times as you want.
So I could come over and say hello.
Yeah, I'm glad you came. Get to see us having a little fun.
It ain't no fun. Got the adult side squealer.
Yeah. I'm not messing around here. We're about to take the pig out in a second.
Yeah.
And then as it sits, so you're gonna let it brine for about 24 hours. And as it sits, all that brine's gonna, like I said, it's gonna replace water. So it's all gonna come right back out. Everything you saw that was in that cooler, how it's all red, that started off as just regular ice. It wasn't red. So all that came right back out. There were two pigs in there earlier. So yeah, you'll see. I mean, don't freak out. It's not like it's dehydrating. It's not losing anything. It's just replacing water for salt.
You said you brine it for 24 hours?
I do.
And then while you brine it, you keep it in the ice chest?
Yes. Yeah, you can keep it in an ice chest. Put a bag of ice on top of it. If you have a large enough fridge, you can do that too. You guys have any questions about anything?
What's in the brine?
Brian, did you get the workbook that we sent? No, okay. It's I can send it to you if you want to contact me. It's garlic, brown sugar, a lot of salt, black pepper, and bay leaf. Then you put it all together, and as soon as it comes to boil, you cut off the heat and let it cool down. What I like to do, a little tip, is don't make the full, like in the recipe thing. I don't, did anybody here have it? No. No.
I think we should, yeah. I definitely have seen it.
Okay, that's fine. But if you happen to look at it, it's going to say it makes 32 quarts. Well, it will make 32 quarts if you do a full recipe.
Yeah.
Only make like 2 gallons. And then 32 quarts is what's that, like 8 gallons? So make only a small amount and then fill it up with ice. And that way it cools all the way down without having to wait however long for it to come to room temperature. No? Season it with whatever rub you want to. Salt and pepper is a good way to go. I make my own butt rub, which is one I think some of you guys were able to pick up. And just season it to however salty or not you want, sweet, salty, herby, whatever. One of the things that I like to do is slice up some oranges, some fruits, bacon, and just cover it, so that when you throw it in there, it's a protective layer, so a little insurance so you don't burn it. So that's a good way to go. Yeah, because I haven't looked in there all day, so, so I'm hoping that it's not like toast.
That rub that we received in the bag.
Yeah.
Is that sweet or is it?
It is sweet. It's brown sugar based, brown sugar and paprika. That's the, if you guys want to smell that. That's the this is the butt rub.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the label. Their butts are rubbing.
This is the butt rub. This is the butt rub. Yeah. It's a brown sugar, paprika, a little bit of chili powder. And then we're just gonna go to town with this. Have your own technique, however you want to do it. This is a messy project, so don't worry about trying to stay nice and neat, pretty. And then salt, there it is. And then, now this one, the rub that you guys have is not terribly salty because I don't want to make it that way, and that way it kills your guys' whatever you guys are trying to make. So have some extra salt, maybe even some pepper on the side, and just hit it on top. It's not too salty, so it's good for your French fries too. Probably better for your French fries. All right, so that's this. We're gonna pull out the one that's. We're gonna pretend that this is cooked. We're gonna go over here. Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna take this off, and that way you guys can see, and you guys see how to get it started. So here we go. Let's go ahead and open this. This is the first time we're seeing this. All right. Okay. Now, as you guys can see real fast, on the bottom there are hotel pans. That's extremely important. That catches, as you can see, all the drippings, which you can also use to flavor your pig. This is incredibly hot. Wow, that pig came out awesome. Yeah. Also helps with the cleaning because this is a cotchina isn't exactly sealed. It's just a couple pieces of wood screwed together. That's all it really is. Metal lined. This cotchina, I think we picked up for about $400, something like that. Yeah. So online, ships all the way from Florida. So yeah, so we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna throw it on top of this thing here, and then we're gonna put the other one in, and you guys hopefully get a better view of it. Yeah, go for it.
Basically, it's like a big oven.
Exactly right. Yeah, you can do a lot of other things to it too. You can pull pork in, a pork butt. You can also put chickens. You want to do a prime rib? You can do prime rib in here too. Anything you feel like you want to roast, it's gonna go in here. Turkey, chicken, ostrich, June bug.
Exactly.
All right, so let's go ahead. Yep. Let's go ahead and just get some of those juices off real fast. All right.
Where do you find the rack?
The rack is going to come with the cotchina. And then we're going to put it on top of the cutting board here. We're going to flip up on the back. Maybe we'll put it up here. Let's put it down and flip it.
This is good. This is good.
All right. The important thing is this rack. If you guys choose not to get this, you want to build your own, there's actually instructions online. You can actually build your own cotchina for a lot cheaper if you can get the resources. What you want to do is get some type of cage. Build a cage, some fencing material, whatever, and get some twist ties so that you're able to pick it up and move it and flip it around and play with it. Yeah, you can tell whatever you want. Yep. Sheet pan, the wire racks. Just make sure that you're able to clip them closed. That's what these S-hooks are for. They're just S-hooks. Nothing different. All right. Oh no, ear.
All right, here we go.
Go on. Okay, so at this point right now, pretend like you don't see the coals. At this point, this is all going to be just empty. You're going to start your fire, whatever fire you want. Charcoal, all we need is heat. We don't need flavor. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't go out and get the Champion League, KCBS, none of that. Just Kingsford. You only want heat. You get that started. Go ahead and depending on the size of the pig, if it's a big one, you're gonna create 2 piles. Keep the middle. You'll see right now it's all one large pile. It's because it's a small pig. Okay. If it's a bigger pig like we did a couple weeks ago, you can have a large pile here and a large pile here because they need to cook separately. You saw that the stomach is not much going on. It's just ribs. You want the legs and the head, the thickest parts. So that's why. And then just watch the coals all day long. It's every 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, you're gonna add more coals on top of it. And it's about 8 pounds of coals every time you add more. And you just kind of shovel it along, make sure it gets all nice and hot. Just keep that going every 35, 45 minutes until until you get to that point where, you've already planned 30-pound pig, 3 hours later, you're good to go. At about 2 hours, you're gonna flip it so that you can get the back all nice and crusty. If you don't do that, the back of the pig is gonna it's very translucent and very fleshy looking, not very good looking. So yeah, that's the importance of doing that. You always do that an hour before you're gonna be done. So if it's 3-hour pig, 2 hours early. So plan ahead. So that's where we are as far as that goes. Now we're gonna fast forward in time, and this is what we get, hour number 5. You wanna let it cool down a little bit if you want to, or just attack it like zombies.
Zombies.
Pretty much. So you're just really gonna, if you're lucky, everything should just slide right out. If you're lucky. So it should come out very easily.
Awesome, thank you. So tender.
It's gonna be really hot. It does not get any more fresh than this. So if you guys want to get some gloves on, you can. If you want to attack this, get some bones out of it too. We can cut it open. Ooh, hot. So you guys have your tickets. We're gonna take this and give us a few minutes, have a beer or two, and come on up here, and your ticket will get you a free meal. Well, basically, you've already paid for it. And then yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll have a good time.
Fantastic. Thank
Cool.
you.
At about 6 o'clock, they're gonna have a band out here. If you guys want to stick around, they do have a $5 cover charge. It helps keep the riffraff out, but
Well, they already let us in.
I know. I mean, they won't kick you out. You can't just be sitting and looking at all, So
When you shred it, are you going to shred everything together, or are you going to keep the...
shred everything together. Yeah. We're gonna try and go for a whole pulled pork kind of thing.
Right, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
I mean, Carolina, that's what they do.
Right. Yeah, you can take a couple cleavage to this, and the Georgia style pork, But yeah, did you get a piece?
Huh?
Yeah, I got forced into doing barbecue. It was kind of a weird transition because I wasn't. After Big Canyon, I went to this restaurant in Silver Lake, which is doing like new cuisine kind of thing, and then I left to go do a food and wine festival. And while I was there, I met a chef from the French Laundry. He's along with that crowd. So he, I didn't know it, but he was opening a restaurant in North Hollywood. I thought it was a French restaurant. And so I show up, doesn't even interview me, he's just like, okay, you're part of the team. I show up, and he's like, you're gonna be here 3 o'clock in the morning every day until we open up the restaurant, and you're gonna learn how to smoke brisket. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. He's like, neither do I. So he's never smoked brisket before in his life, but he thought it was a good idea to start a barbecue restaurant. And so I get up every day, drive out there, work from 3 in the morning till like 6 o'clock at night every day, just trying to perfect brisket because we were opening in 1 month, whether we liked it or not. So that's how I kind of got shoved into learning how to do barbecue. And then from there, I got promoted to sous chef, pit master, and yeah, just started doing my thing. I left there to be chef at Sycamore Inn in Rancho Cucamonga, and yeah, started my own business, and here we are. trying to learn everything I can. Yeah.
What do you think about the class?
Hey, fun class. It's good to see, alum doing something and being successful. I've never seen a pig broken down like that and prepped for the roaster there. Really a fun experience.
And I didn't see this, but I saw him online 9 months ago when he did it with a not cooked pig. And he took it all apart. It was even, I think, harder than when it's cooked, right? But he was like amazing how he does that. So really fun to be. I can't wait to taste it.
It smells delicious.
Oh, there you go.
Just with some charcoal, this basic, butchery 101. Anyone can make a beautiful luau pig.
Fantastic. Meat's nice and tender. Yeah. Interesting seeing the way it cooks. And I've never seen a box like that that's indirect heat that does that good a job. It's falling off the bone. I think even the bones fell apart.
I think Ray did a great job on showing how that simple box, the roasting box there, I think that takes a lot of the mystique away. People think they have to have a big pit, it's a lot of work. Not that it's not without a little bit of work, but he really did a good job on breaking it down step by step, making it approachable so anyone could feel with the right equipment they could go home and do that. And I can certainly say that I'm inspired, so look forward to trying out myself.
All right, there you have it. Another great event in the books. And thank you, Last Name Brewing here in Upland, for hosting us and hosting Cal Poly Pomona. Ray, take us through it.
Yeah, so it was a great event. A lot of successful feedback, very popular. Pig came out great. Beers are always great, and a lot of great memories to be made. So yeah, a lot of fun.
It was fun. It was a little hot, but it was fun. Everybody enjoyed the pig. We did 2 whole hogs, and it was a great time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right,
So.
there you have it, guys. Coach's Pit BBQ and Oak and Honey Barbecue here at Last Name Brewing. Cheers. And Coach's Pit BBQ is out.